Tunakuletea the biggest reggae party in 254 in a yard extra niceness of reggae music,
extra dose of entertainment.
When the thing is nice,
we have to do it twice.
Well, we're barely days away from the conclusion of the year 2025. Tell us where you're watching us from. Of course, 2 days to Christmas. My name is Abdiaziz Hashim. The sign language at the media platforms at KBC Channel 1. But for now, let's inform you on the stories making headlines at this hour. Now, the Nyandarua County Government has partnered with the Kenya Power and Lighting Company KPLC to fast-track electricity connectivity to newly constructed and upgraded health facilities across the county. Speaking during the commissioning of the newly installed transformer at JM County Referral Hospital, Governor Moses Kiarie Badilisha said the collaboration aims to boost power capacity in existing facilities while ensuring a reliable and uninterrupted electricity supply and essential equipment for modern healthcare services. The county boss reaffirmed his administration's commitment to investing in critical infrastructure and strengthening partnerships with key agencies to deliver accessible, reliable and high-quality healthcare services.
Kwa sasa tuko na hospitali karibu 90, about 23 bado hazijapata power, lakini tumekubaliana leo tukimaliza hii tutaenda hizo zingine zote na tuhakikishe kufikia mwezi wa Januari February hospitali zetu zote ziko na mwangaza na zile madawa ambazo zinahitaji refrigeration na kazi zote ambazo zinahitaji electricity. Sasa hiyo itakuwa ni rahisi.
Elsewhere, health workers at the Hema Hospital in Kisii County are on a go-slow over 10 months of unpaid salaries after the Social Health Authority SHA failed to remit funds owed to the facility. The hospital is reportedly owed over 100 million shillings by SHA, a situation that has paralyzed operations and services at the facility. Confirming the situation, Hema Hospital Managing Director Dr. Robert Manduku appealed to employees to remain patient as the management awaits intervention from the Social Health Authority.
Tunaamka asubuhi, tunakuja hapa kufanya kazi. Tumekaa like now it's 9.5, almost 10 months. Hatujapata our salary.
When we will be paid from the areas that they get their money from, maybe that is SHA and other insurances, that is the time they are going to pay us. But that one, it's an open statement.
And we feel that our rights have been violated as per our constitution. Yes, being the private entity, but we feel we have reached to an extent of we can't fathom anymore. Our relatives are dying. Some of us, we have been left.
NHIF as it is owes us quite a bit of money for the past, I think, 2 years or so. Cumulatively, SHA has also held most of our money. The last time that we got payment as Hema Hospital is about 3 months ago. Since then, we have not received a single cent.
Now, security has been beefed up in Meru town and its environs ahead of Christmas festivities. Imenti North Sub-County Police Commander Ambrose Shalo says measures are in place to ensure safety during after the holiday season. Shalo further says they have established a multi-agency command center and increased patrols and intelligence gathering to curb any potential crime. Now, he also urged road users to exercise caution and avoid drunk driving. Meanwhile, Meru Press Club Vice Chairperson Dorcas Mbatia has appealed to residents, especially young people, to celebrate the festivities responsibly.
Kwa hivyo ninaomba kwamba tuwe na Krismasi na sherehe zile ambazo zina adabu, sherehe ambazo zinakubalika hata kisheria.
So there will be a lot of police presence, both in uniform and in civic dress. We have also heightened our intelligence gathering and gone ahead to map out. We've mapped out areas we consider to be key or notorious. Particularly, we have some informal settlement around the town. We have mapped out for heightened or to beef up security in such areas.
Now, Christmas came early at Kirinyaga Children's Home following a surprise visit by Kirinyaga County government officials who shared gifts, food and laughter with the young ones. Speaking during the visit, County Executive Committee member for Finance Jacqueline Jogu said the county was keen on ensuring the children feel valued and included in the society. The county government, which runs the facility, has renovated buildings, constructed a kitchen, purchased beds and mattresses, and also fenced the compound to enhance privacy and security for the children. The county government funds the children's education.
So today we had come here to celebrate with the children in this Kirinyaga Children's Home. As you know, this home is cared for by Kirinyaga County Government, and in every year we always come here to celebrate with them. And today we are here with blessings from Governor Mombi Waiguru, who has sent us with various presents to come and be together with these kids. We love them and we want them to feel as part of our society. Now, more than 140 elderly residents of Mpeketoni area in Lamu County have benefited from a food aid distribution aimed at supporting vulnerable members of the community during this festive season. The initiative, organized by well-wishers, targeted elderly individuals who often face economic hardships, especially during periods of increased household needs such as Christmas and the New Year. Speaking during the distribution exercise, the organizers noted that the support was part of a broader effort to promote compassion for the vulnerable and shared responsibility within the community.
Siku ya leo tumekuja hapa katika maeneo haya ya Umoja ili tukaweze kushiriki pamoja na wazazi wetu pamoja na pia na jamii ya hapa kwa kuwapea chakula wananchi wa maeneo haya, chakula ambao ni ya Krismasi.
Tunawapa kwa sababu tunashukuru kwa ile kazi walifanya. Wakati wao walilinda Mayonda, hawakuwa na sherehe kama hii. Sasa vijana ambao tuko chini ya miaka 50 ni tumeamua kuhakikisha wazazi wetu ambao wamefikisha miaka 70 na kuendelea wapate sikukuu washerekee na sisi.
Tumsaidie ambaye hana ile privilege. Kuna mtu leo tunasherekea lakini kuna mtu hana chakula cha jioni ama hata chakula yoyote ambayo anaweza patia mtoto.
Now, on the political front, a section of Orange Democratic Movement ODM members have called out party officials for giving conditions to President William Ruto as they continue to work with him under the broad-based government. GEM Member of Parliament Elisha Odhiambo says that both parties entered an agreement in good faith and there was need to maintain the same as the country heads towards the next general election. Speaking at Mutumbu in his GEM constituency when he hosted the Ambamani community from Kenya, Uganda and Tanzania, Odhiambo said that the president deserves unequivocal support from Kenyans to enable him deliver on the pre-election promises.
But going forward, we'll be in a good discussion. And what I want to encourage ODM, as we work with the president, let us not give conditions. Okay? Let us not give conditions. Sawa. But as a community of Bamani, I'm calling upon all of us, increase registration. Increase registration, and on the voting day, vote President William Samoei. Hakuna mtu anaenda hapo.
As families across the country gather to celebrate the Christmas festivities, one family in Isiolo is in distress and uncertainty. The family and friends of 37-year-old Guyo Lubo, a resident of Bulesa area in Isiolo County, are living through an agonizing wait after he was allegedly abducted in broad daylight in Isiolo town last Friday. According to witnesses, Guyo was forcibly taken by unknown men from the Central Business District in full view of members of the public before being driven away in a waiting vehicle. 4 days later, his whereabouts are still unknown, despite the matter being reported to the police and the Directorate of Criminal Investigations (DCI). The family, led by his wife Tumejilo Wako and close relatives, is now appealing to the government to investigative agencies to move with speed, either to rescue their kin from his abductors or produce him in court in accordance with the law, should he be facing any accusations. The family say the silence surrounding the incident has only deepened their pain and fear.
Guyo Lubo, who was abducted on Friday, is my uncle. Guyo Lubo is a father of 4 children with 2 wives. His first wife, she's already pregnant with 8 months now. Now, the incident occurred within Isiolo town, around Merti Hotel, Kina stage. Mr. Guyo is just a go-getter. He's a businessman. He comes from Buibiliko, his residence. Then when abduction took place, there was a CCTV footage where we went for a follow-up with my colleagues and friends and family. We got the footage.
Nataka serikali wanisaidie kutafuta yeye kwa sababu yeye ako na operation ya kichwa alifanyiwa juzi. Na hiyo operation ilikuwa ya growth. Kuna dawa angefaa kutumia kila siku. Na hiyo dawa aliacha nyumbani.
We therefore demand and call upon, number 1, the National Police Service and the DCI to urgently and transparently investigate the abduction of Mr. Guyo Lubo. Number 2, if Mr. Guyo Lubo is being held by any government or security agency, he must be produced and arraigned before a court of law by tomorrow, in accordance with the Constitution of Kenya. Number 3, the Inspector General of Police and relevant oversight bodies to address the rising allegation of enforced disappearance within Isiolo County.
And now to a developing story where the Kenya Union of Clinical Officers are currently talking to the members of the press in terms of the commencement of their strike. Let's listen in.
That whenever you reach a dispute and the employer does not resolve that dispute in line with the law, then it is legally around for us to be able to go on strike. It must be known that the court has tried twice to intervene in this dispute. In 2023 August, the court gave orders that we should have completed the CBA by December of 2023. That did not happen. In 2024, that led to our 120 days of strike to force the counties and the ministry to obey the court order. The same court still came in and directed us to enter into a return to work agreement that we did on 8th of July 2024 with a timeline of October, and that was filed and it's a court order. And so the Ministry of Health and the counties are in contempt of court. And I must say that especially for the Ministry of Health, our CBA is concluded. It has been awaiting signature for 3 months, and that is the truth and the fact of the position. As for the Council of Governors, they had the whole year. After we had our last meeting in February, they were to consult SRC on one issue of risk allowance. They didn't. In fact, in October, SRC wrote to the Council of Governors requesting them to bring the request so that SRC can consider. They did not do that until the other day when we were already on strike. And that is why we are saying this is a strike that has been necessitated and called by the Ministry of Health and the county governments. They are the ones who are interested in seeing clinical officers on strike. And this time round, we are not going back with any other agreement. We have a return to work agreement that they have been mandated by court to implement. So until they sign, we are not going back. It doesn't matter how long that is going to take. As clinical officers, we must ensure that the rights granted to us under Article 41 of the Constitution are then enjoyed by our members, because that is the reason as to why we have this union. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Chair. Fellow comrades, members of the press, and the citizen. I think I must make it crystal clear that when we announced this strike, the employer took it like it's a joke. Maybe some people are wondering whether government officers are aware about this position, about the position we have taken. We are not engaging on a one-day issues. These are historical issues. The CBA has taken us 8 years. We have approved salaries that are supposed to have been implemented at the county, has taken more than 2 years. So there are issues which are well known by the employers. And actually we have taken even a step to brief more offices. The CSS are very much aware, the CS for Labor is very much aware about this strike. Even the Deputy President is very much aware about this strike. So allowing a strike notice of 21 days to mature is deliberate. It is not something that has happened as an accident. It is deliberate. So today, when we appear in such a big facility, this is a referral facility for the county. I started walking around this county since saa 11. I'm dressed warm because I woke up early to ensure compliance. And we have sent our officers to do the same. I want to dare any person to go around Nairobi. There is no facility which is functional. So the people who come here, over 1,000, where are they today? And why should any governor sit comfortable, waiting for any patient to be denied services or rather to lack services, instead of addressing the grievances of the caregivers, who are the key people, the key players in service delivery? So what do we mean here? That once the strike has started, we need a structured engagement with the employer. We don't want to dilly-dally, because I have already received several calls by the county government trying to intimidate our officers and calling our officers to go back to work. I must say, we live in a country that is governed by rule of law, as the governors and any leader, including the CS, they know how you need to recall people back to work. Engage the authorized officers to structurally agree on how to address our issue. Let us have a CBA. Even if we are called today, how can one item that is already approved by the institution that are supposed to do so, mandated by the Constitution, to approve a CBA, has already done so, that you only look for a CBA through a strike? I must say, it is a clear indication of a failed state and a government that is not willing to address the grievances of its employees and its citizens. And now, I want to finalize na niseme hivi. Sisi kama maafisa tabibu, kama vile nilisema jana, tuko tayari kusuluhisha matatizo yaliyopo wakati wowote ambao tutaitwa kwenye meza. Haiwezi chukua hata zaidi ya dakika 30 kumaliza matatizo ambayo yako. Na kwa sababu tumeisha tembea katika gatuzi, tumeenda katika zaidi ya gatuzi 17 kabla tukuja katika hii mgomo. Na wote wamesema kama ile salary review already wako na pesa, lakini Council of Governors imewaandikia wasitimize, wasi-implement. Na tukikuja katika CBA tumenegotiate miaka 8. Miaka 8 ni miaka mingi sana kuonyesha uvumilivu wa wafanyakazi. Uvumilivu wetu umekuwa tested na imefika mwisho. Na pia tuko na wale ambao wametusaidia katika wakati ambapo tumekuwa nyakati ngumu za COVID-19. Na wanaitwa wa UHC, wametufanyia kazi. Hawajailipwa, ili inaitwa service gratuity, na pia tukao tumekubaliana mwaka uliopita kwamba watawapatia mishahara ambayo imezawazishwa. Wamefanya hivyo, na hilo tuwashukuru sana, lakini hawajawapatia ile tunaita permanent and pensionable, na hiyo haijatekelezwa, na ndio maana tunaidai lazima itekelezwe kabla hatujarudi kwenda kwenye kufanya kazi. Na nataka niseme, kwa sababu ya kuzunguka already tumeshajua kwamba haya hospitali na wale viongozi wako katika gatuzi wameanza kulazimisha interns. Sasa nimeenda hapa, there are interns who are being ordered to work. It is illegal. They are not licensed to see any patient. And therefore I want to tell Kenyans that when you visit those facilities where already strike is ongoing, kama utapewa watu ambaye hawaja sahiki ama hawana uwezo wa kuweza kukuona, you are putting your life at stake. Ninataka kuhimiza Wakenya kwamba nyie ndio mlichagua serikali hii. Wakati ambapo kuna matatizo kama hii, msipewe wafanyakazi mbadala. Sisitiza kwamba serikali lazima itatue matatizo yaliyopo, ndio wale ambao wamepewa kazi, baada ya kuhakikishwa kwamba wana vyeti na wanahitimu na wakapewa kazi, wasiruhishe. They cannot meet it. It is not implementable. Everything that we are asking. Today I talked to the leadership.
Three, receive a quotation based on word count. And 4, get notified via SMS when your announcement is ready. Please note, clearly indicate the type of announcement, service station, and all relevant details. 2, all applications must be made online only. Manual submissions will not be accepted. And 3, announcements will air after news bulletins. For assistance, reach us on email ecitizen@kbc.co.ke or use our social media handles, Facebook, your Facebook account, and X at your X account. Or you can call us on 0723-892-654 or 0734-780-124. KBC announcements. Simple, fast, and digital.
Want to enjoy free-to-air digital TV with crystal clear quality? Here's how to get started with Signet. Step 1. If you have a smart TV, you're good to go. Next, connect the aerial to your TV. Now, do an auto search on your TV. Just follow the prompts on the screen. And that's it. You're now tuned in to Signet. Sit back and enjoy a wide range of free-to-air digital channels. For technical inquiries, call the Signet hotline on 0770 572 656.
When life's burdens try to speak louder than destiny, God still moves and releases light. My name is Grasha Maingi, your host, and I'm here to invite you to Angaza, the gospel show, where God's light meets your story.
When you are thinking of getting married, you should always look for those characteristics that are spiritual.
Every Saturday, 5 to 6 p.m., we bring you testimonies that heal.
It's only because God has taken me through the depths of the word that I'm still standing.
Conversations that ignite faith and a hope that refuses to die.
Music with vibe to uplift,
your spirit. Join me, DJ Andy C, the Gospel Street King, to unite ndani ya Christ.
Tune in to KBC Channel 1, where light meets life.
Welcome back and thank you for staying with us. Now, we need to apologize of that particular technical glitch when the KUKO officials were addressing a little bit of sound glitch there. But to confirm that the Kenya Union of Clinical Officers, KUKO, have confirmed that their strike has commenced, and of course announcing that most of the facilities, not only across the country but here in the capital, will be affected by the downing of tools by the clinicians. We'll be keeping you updated on that particular aspect as we wait for the Ministry of Health to respond. Now, in other news, a section of leaders from Garissa County are demanding speedy investigations into the death of a 25-year-old taxi driver who died early Tuesday morning under unclear circumstances. The leaders, led by the Garissa Town Member of Parliament, Major Retired Deko Mohammed, allege that the 25-year-old Sheikh Ahmed Omar was shot dead by officers from the Rapid Deployment Unit station at Modika, who were manning a roadblock along the Nuno-Modogashi Road. The leaders further accused the officers of trying to cover up the killing.
We want justice for Ahmed and his family. We just want justice for the family of the community and the people of Garissa County, and we will follow it up. Let no one think that they will get away with this. We will not entertain this kind of officers who are using excess force to enforce the law.
The RDU police officers have reported that as an accident. It's not an accident. The bullet wound is clearly on his head. The public and those witnesses that were at the scene have also reported that he was shot by the RDU officers.
The Mijikenda community plans to invoke the legacy of a Coast Independence hero Ronald Ngala as it embarks on a unity drive ahead of the 2027 general election. The initiative will be marked by a major cultural and community gathering scheduled for December 26th at the Ngala Vishakani homestay in Kaloleni, Kilifi County. The event is expected to bring together members of the 9 Mijikenda sub-county tribes in an effort to forge unity and a common political and social agenda. Speaking at Uhuru Gardens in Mombasa County, Dr. William Kingi, chairman of the organizing committee of the Umwega Wehu Welfare Association, said the community had suffered from disunity since Ngala's death in 1972 and now seeks to speak with one voice. Beatrice Gambo, a member of the organizing committee, said the gathering will provide direction on social and development priorities, noting that women will play a central role in the association activities.
Sisi hii hafla hii tunakutana kama jamii ya Kimijikenda kuzungumza mambo yetu ya ndani ya nje. Sisi kama Wamijikenda, sauti tunataka kuwa nao ni moja. Hakuna mambo ya kisiasa wala nini. Sisi tunataka kuzungumza na sauti moja. Tunataka kuona kwamba kama kuna vijana wetu wanakosa njia za kusoma, waweze kusoma.
Na kusisitiza ya kwamba kila mama wa Kimijikenda walichangia pakubwa kufikia pale ambapo tupo. Kwa mfano, mama yetu Mekatilili wa Menza, mama yetu Mepoho na wengine walichangia pakubwa sana. Na bado kila mama wa Kimijikenda bado tunachangia mambo ya kimaendeleo na kijamii hapa nchini.
Still at the coast, community leaders from Kiunga in Lamu East and Lamu County government officials have called for renewed efforts to protect the long-standing refugee host integration model along the Kenya-Somalia border, citing emerging insecurity and growing pressures from locals.
The call was made during a historic homecoming celebration marking 30 years of a peaceful coexistence between refugees and host communities in the area. Speaking at the event, a peace advocate, Shi Kupim, together with refugees and security officials, highlighted how the two communities have shared resources equally and a community-driven approach sustained without refugee camps or long-term donor programs and strengthened through everyday acceptance at the household level.
Hatufai kuwa na vikwazo vyovyote, hatufai kuwa na mipaka yoyote, hatufai kuwa na alama zozote ambazo zinaweza kumtofautisha Mkemboni na Kiunga, kwa sababu ni mtu mmoja, ni damu moja, ni dini moja, ni kabila moja, ni utamaduni mmoja.
Toka Kiunga huyala Kemboni, akitoka Kemboni nchu huyala Kiunga. Kwa hivyo mambo yamebadilika, hali imekuwa mzuri sana. Hali imekuwa yani wacho Kemboni hatuna fadhila kuwalipa wacho Kiunga. Na serikali ya Kenya na serikali ya Jubaland zote zimeshikana na umoja umepatikana, uwiano umepatikana, na leo isi hapa paka kusherehekea kuwachukua hapa kusherehekea Shekupi wote ni uwiano. Zamani ilikuwa kuna. Zamani ilikuwa shehe angesherehekea Kiunga, isi nasi hapa tukasikiza kwa mashikio, lakini leo tuko na furaha kwanza wa serikali ya county pia kwamba imesimamia.
An environmental activist, Halima Lali Mohammed, representing Watamu village residents, has filed a petition with the Environment and Land Court in Malindi to halt the Watamu affordable housing project. The lawsuit names the Ministry of Lands and Housing, the Affordable Housing Board, the County Government of Kilifi, the Attorney General and NEMA as respondents. Now, the petitioner alleges violations of constitutional provisions, including lack of public participation, disclosure and environmental approval, asserting the project infringes upon community land rights and the right to property. Residents say they are not opposed to affordable housing itself, but to the destruction of a valued community space.
We are seeking the involvement of NEMA and the Watamu people in the public participation.
Tumelia kilio ambao ni kilio cha haki. Tumelilia hiyo miti isikatwe na wamekata. Na paka ninajiuliza yule anakata kwani hana roho, kwa sababu ile ni nature. Pahali hata ukikosana na mtu unaenda unakaa pale.
Na so tutaendelea kukuwa na jamii ya Watamu kuhakikisha kuwa wamepata haki na kuhakikisha kuwa hii public park imekuwa protected ama imeokolewa.
We are here to stand in solidarity with the people of Watamu in crying and demanding that Watamu Park be saved. Let it be clear that we are not opposed to the affordable housing project in Watamu. What we are opposed to is the destruction of Watamu Park unnecessarily.
Elsewhere, Laikipia Deputy Governor Reuben Kamuri has reignited a public standoff with Governor Joshua Irungu, accusing him of deliberately frustrating his office and systematically sidelining him from county's leadership and operations. Speaking in Nyanyuki Town, Kamuri, who also chairs the Deputy Governors Forum, claimed that governors across the country are increasingly undermining their deputies by denying them operational resources, a move he says cripples their ability to serve the public. The latest claims come after the Laikipia Deputy Governor's Office allegedly received no allocation in the recently passed supplementary budget, accusations that Governor Irungu has firmly dismissed.
Governors lazima kuwa institutions kuwa respected. Kama ni ofisi ya governor inakuwa respected iweze kufanya kazi yake. Kama ni ofisi ya deputy governor inakuwa respected kufanya kazi yake. Na kama hii kufanya hiyo kazi wakati 2013 2017 pia imejirudia tena 2022 2027 kuwa hiyo ofisi iheshimiwe. Hiyo ofisi ikuwe na mandate ya kuweza kufanya kazi ambayo mlipatia. Wacha institutions kuwe respected. Na mimi nasema hivyo because nyinyi wenyewe wana Laikipia mumeona imekuwa mtindo. Haiwezekani hiyo wakati the first governance na ya pili imejirudia. Na tuongee ukweli, ndio ofisi iweze kukosa kufanya kazi, lazima governor akuwa amepeana note, let us cripple that office. Let us do everything possible to sabotage the office. Lakini mimi kama Kamuri and also the chair of the deputy governors in Kenya, hiyo nimesema mtindo wa Laikipia itakoma.
And in other news, farmers in Busia County have been urged to adopt modern technologies and innovative farming practices to boost productivity. Busia County Chief Officer for Agriculture, Elijah Mwaro, says limited innovation had left farmers increasingly vulnerable to climate shocks, calling for greater use of extension officers to raise awareness on food safety.
We have to get the greatest solution to the climate change so that it doesn't affect the livelihood of our farmers. Key to that is innovations. For example, the kind of seeds that we plant, the soil preparation, the soil health, the mechanization aspect that we're embarking on, in ensuring that we have tractors in every ward to till land for farmers at affordable rates, the farm inputs that we are having with the national government together under the program of subsidized fertilizer.
We engage the farmers, we engage the cross-border traders and even the county government of Busia. And I would like to appreciate the county government of Busia for working closely with the National Biosafety Authority to ensure that the publics are well informed on issues of biotechnology.
Hivi sasa inafaa tushirikiane na walimu wa agriculture ili tuweze kujua ni mbegu gani inayofaa na ni wakati gani mvua, wakati gani tunafaa kupanda, ni mbegu gani tunayofaa kupanda kulingana na majira.
Kajiado County has formally taken over the management of functions of Amboseli National Park with a phased revenue sharing plan set to benefit local communities. While the national government retains responsibility for wildlife conservation, the transfer, gazetted under notice number 15230, allows the county to manage park operations, but ownership and conservation mandates remain with the national government. Starting July 2026, Kajiado County will receive 50% of net park revenue in the first year, with the amount rising to 70% in the second year and full revenue by the third year. The move aims to strengthen community involvement, improve tourism infrastructure, and support the Maasai community. A transition committee has been established to monitor implementation and safeguard conservation standards. Conservationists have cautioned that the county may lack the technical capacity to manage one of Kenya's top national parks.
That transfer of management function, which is an element of the parks and wildlife management, is to also enable the people of Kajiado County government benefit from the revenue that is being accrued from the park. So that is an arrangement that the national government and county government have arrived at. That is what the people of Kajiado now will benefit from. And this also means the people of Kajiado County can now, or even the people around Amboseli now, can participate, included in the running of the park. Because as it was KWS exclusively running. Now there's going to be an integration of the management with an agency to be established by Kajiado County government officers.
Russian ballet performers have expressed interest in collaborating with Kenya ballet dancers as part of cultural exchange program to strengthen artistic ties between the two countries. Speaking at the Kenya National Theatre, where they showcase Russia's rich ballet tradition, the ballet dancers noted that partnering with the Kenyan dancers will allow for the sharing of techniques, storytelling styles and performance traditions drawn from diverse cultural backgrounds.
It was very special for us as a ballet company to get to interact with the dance company here as well as students. in Nairobi as well as in Lamu. In Lamu, we had students come to take class with us. We showed them different movements. Here in Nairobi, at our last performance, they took ballet class with us, dancers from the company. We would love to come back, perhaps bring a full-length ballet, and to have the dancers here in Kenya participate in this production with us, intermix that ballet culture and the culture of the arts between Russia and Kenya.
And now here's the latest in business. Kenya Railways has announced additional train services on the standard gauge railway to ease pressure due to festive travel rush, with more departures scheduled on key routes as thousands of travellers head up country for the holidays. Trevor Ngendo has the details.
As the festive season hits its peak, Kenya Railways has stepped up services on the standard gauge railway to keep up with rising passenger numbers. Speaking at the Nairobi Terminus SGR station in Syokimau, Kenya Railways Managing Director Philip Mainga says the decision to increase passenger train services was informed by the heavy travel demand currently being witnessed as thousands of Kenyans travel to celebrate the holidays.
It seems like Kenyans have moved away from traditional transport, where you use matatus, buses, and other means of transport, and they have decided to move by rail, which is safer.
On the Nairobi-Mombasa route, daily passenger train services have been increased from the previous 3 to 4 in each direction. Those traveling between Nairobi and Kisumu or Nairobi and Nanyuki will have 2 train services on a daily basis.
This kind of growth requires support. This kind of growth requires a lot of the efficiency that we are providing. So we are looking forward on having the final links, linkages like the one we have in Mombasa now. That is working very well. As you know, we also connected the passengers from here to Nairobi Central Station. Those linkages are making a difference.
Kenya Railways is also exploring more innovative service options and plans to increase the number of premium coaches next year, citing high demand for the premium travel experience. Trevor Ngendo for Lunchtime News.
Developers are calling on the government to fully implement the Ardhi Sasa to support growth of the real estate sector. Real Estate Stakeholders Association patron Kenya Wairatu says delays in land transactions and economic hardships are showing the growth of the real estate sector.
Kenya's property market has recorded steady progress, highlighted by a 9% increase in mortgage uptake and rental yields in urban areas this year. Despite the increase in earnings, Real Estate Stakeholders Association says some real estate companies have closed shop due to slow land transactions.
I've closed over 50 companies this year. Over 50 companies in the real estate. So you can imagine how many families have been affected because of lack of good economy.
Kinyua says delayed full implementation of the Ardhi Sasa portal has seen some potential investors lose money to fraudulent land transactions.
Last year we were able to even be able to transfer a title deed with only maybe 10,000. But now we are paying over 40,000 in some counties.
Real estate investors are optimistic that the proposed Rironi-Mau Summit Road will unlock investments.
When the transport is easy, people will not fear to invest because we look even the other places that where we invest. The land is cheaper because the commuting is so difficult.
The association is calling for supportive policies, improved infrastructure, and reforms in land administration to support growth of the real estate sector. Benson Ruba reporting for Lunchtime News.
Now to sports, where Harambee Stars midfielder Timothy Nur Ouma, who plays for Polish club Lech Poznań, hosted a charitable event at Dagoretti Muslim Primary here in the capital, especially in Kawangware, Nairobi County, in a heartwarming gesture of giving back to society. Now partnering with Mishono Foundation, Ouma's newly established Timothy Nur Foundation organized the event to support aspiring young players ahead of the Christmas season. The event focused on community uplifting, providing meals to families and distributing footballs and jerseys to local youth teams. Ouma has risen to prominence in Kenyan football, marking his mark with Harambee Stars and moving on to the Polish team.
Community ndio imenilea na imefanya nikakuwa hapa. Use all these pitches around Kawangware na Dagoretti. So for me, na give back through kuonesha kuna hope. Kuna hope hata kama ni si kila mtu anaweza afford the small things, hizo mafuta, unga and all that. So for me ni kwa show tu kuna hope.
Ina inspire kwanza vijana ambao wanachipukia, wanaangalia kama mwenzao anaweza, hawa kieka bidii pia watafika hapo. Wengi mtaani waweze kujiendeleza kimaisha. Babu ametoka hii mtaa through football. So tunatend ku encourage ni watu wadogo wenye wanafeel wako na talent, wanataka kucheza ball, wanataka kupasu career ya football, ndio tunataka consider most, because ukiangalia timu mingi za hii mtaa yetu tumekuwa tukiwashughulikia in terms of jerseys, bibs, cones.
Nimefurahia tangu sijaiona hivi, ndio nimeona siku ya leo. Hata nimetamani sana kijana wangu pia kuwa haraka aanze hiyo mtindo, sababu ni mtu mwenye anapenda mchezo sana, anapenda ball.
Now to the continental showpiece, Mohamed Salah scored a stoppage time winner as Egypt came from behind to beat Zimbabwe 2-1 in their opening Group B match of the 2025 Africa Cup of Nations. Egypt's win came after South Africa had fought hard to defeat Angola by the same scoreline.
Omar Mamouche and Mohamed Salah scored 2 second-half goals to help Egypt recover from their first-half deficit and register a win in their opening Africa Cup of Nations match. Egypt had gone down to a Prince Dube's first-half strike in Agadir.
He's got an overlap if he wants to put on his right foot. The driving shot that comes in has been blocked once again. And but still in with a chance. There's the shot! Egypt! Egypt have got the goal!
The win came just after Burnley striker Lyle Foster was the hero for South Africa, who narrowly beat Angola 2-1 in Marrakesh. Oswin Apolis had scored for South Africa early in the match, but Angola leveled 10 minutes later to tie the match at halftime. 4 more matches will be played today. Tournament favourites Nigeria will begin their campaign against Tanzania at the Fez Stadium. Democratic Republic of Congo will play Benin at the Al Madina Stadium. Senegal will meet Botswana in Tangier, while Tunisia and Uganda face off at the Olympic Annex.
His 9th goal for Bafana Bafana.
Well, of course, those scintillating matches set the stage for the AFCON this time around. And of course, there are also mouth-watering clashes this afternoon. And in the evening, we do have DR Congo versus Benin, Senegal versus Botswana, another good match there. We have Nigeria versus Taifa Stars, that is Tanzania, Tunisia versus Uganda. Those are your matches for AFCON today. Now to the English Premier League, where Raul Jimenez scored a decisive penalty as Fulham got their Premier League season back on track with a hard-fought 1-0 win at home to Nottingham Forest. Jimenez's spot kick came deep into first-half stoppage time after Kevin was fouled by Douglas Luiz. And also this evening, it will be a North London derby in the Carabao Cup quarter-finals, where Arsenal will welcome Crystal Palace in that particular aspect. And of course, if the team wins, they will be facing Chelsea in the semi-finals. Already Manchester City will be facing Newcastle in the Carabao Cup semi-finals. Those are the details and the stories we had for you at this hour. Do join us in our subsequent bulletins at 7 p.m. and 9 p.m. But also you can find more on our webpage at www.kbc.co.ke. kbc.co.ke. My name is Abdiaziz Hashim. The sign language interpreter at the bottom end of the screen is Baron Abuli. Good afternoon for now.
Greetings in the name of the Most High Jah Rastafari. My good name is Marley Moses, the positive warrior, alongside...
Yes, sir, DJ D-Rage, the baddest. Each and every Wednesday from 10 p.m. on KBC Channel 1 TV.
Tunakuletea the biggest reggae party in 254 in a yard extra. Extra niceness of reggae music.
Extra dose of entertainment.
When the thing is nice,
we have to do it twice.